Let's see what we got going on here on the internet. Ow! Wah! Who's that politician guy who like ruined his career? He's like, yeah! Was it John Dean or something like that? Ah! How does that like take you from being one of the most popular frontrunners to being like completely irrelevant? And they ran that shit. They ran that shit like incessantly after that happened, bro. I felt so bad for that guy. Each time they ran it, each time he did that, he's like, he dropped like 10 points. This is like, oh, bro. I don't know if that was by design, but good God. I was like, if it's not, that was devastating. So, anyway, hey, everybody. This is LVA Tour, and I'm seeing red, baby. I'm seeing red. I'm seeing greatest hits. We're going to go through my PS2, my big fat PS2 collection. We're going to go through the greatest hits. Now, you can see these are two substantial towers, twin towers of video game goodness. Now, for the OCD people, I made this exactly even. There was one extra. There was an outlier. There was an anomaly. And I eliminated that anomaly, and we'll make that the first game that we talk about. So that you have perfectly stacked twin towers. There's even, I think it's like perfectly aligned, 2 sealed games that are perfectly aligned. That's unusual. I did not intend that. That just happened. Weird. Okay. So the anomaly, the outlier, the stranger, is ATV Off-Road Fury. Now, this I actually just picked up a couple of days ago. And I was very surprised to find out that this is the original ATV Off-Road Fury. I've got the ATV and the MX and all the other variations, but I didn't have the original game. When I looked it up in my collection, I'm like, what? I'm like, I'll just look it up. But this collection is so tasty fine. So tasty fine. And you got to remember all these ATV and BMX and all this crap. This was the thing. They came out with these on the regular because it was just the extreme. Again, it was the age of extreme. Extreme Doritos, extreme video games, extreme Gatorade, extreme everything. It was fantastic. It was a wonderful time to be alive. And I had an extreme vehicle, an extreme girlfriend, and it was fantastic. That's all I have to say. I had extreme hair, which is even better. So wait a minute, I let my chat kind of pop off there. Let me see if I can do something about that. Because you might actually get somebody tuning in at this time of day. Hey, baby, I wanna know your baby. You got what I need. You got what I want. Anyway, so ATV Off-Road Fury is kicking it off with the perfect twin towers of greatest hits. Fantastic. We are seeing red today. Red, do you hear me? Red. Oh, wow. Okay. It's a little intense. That just got a little intense, baby. I think I just shook somebody up right there. All right. I've also got 2 other mini collections, the collections and the light gun collection. I'm probably missing 1 or 2 of the light gun series, but I have the real good ones right there. Ooh, that's a cool game. I wanna pop that one out. That one's got some style to it. Yeah. All right, I gotta check that out. Anyway, let's take 1 each so we keep it nice and even on this OCD stream, okay? We'll just take 1 from here and 1 from here so the progression will be perfectly even. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Okay, here we go. Max Payne. I played this on the PC first, and I've subsequently played it on the consoles, and it's a very good port. It's an excellent port. Remedy did a beautiful job of this game. I love the first one. And the character in the first one is he's actually like him better. He's just kind of the skinny guy they cast in the role, and they replaced him with a grittier guy. You know, this is like they just had some guy, I forget what he was, but he's just like a guy around the office, or they just cast this guy, and he did a wonderful job in the role and the voice, and I love the voice. And this is one of my favorite games of all time. It literally is a modern noir, and in the graphic novel style, and it was groundbreaking at the time. And I literally spent, I believe it was, I don't know, I got a new gaming rig back in the day. Like I couldn't play this game, it wouldn't run well for the bullet time. I wanted that bullet time. I want to experience that. And again, for most people, this is their first experience with bullet time and the Matrix and all that stuff. And this is to me, it was a big deal. So I went and upgraded my rig. I spent like $2,000 to get like the ultimate rig. I called up a buddy of mine who I knew built computers, and he actually referred me to a guy, and then I talked to him, and he's like, yeah, man. He goes, I can give you this, dual graphic cards, and the whole thing. He's like, but it's gonna run you, like $2,000. I'm like, do it. He's like, really? He goes, I gotta order a special case and everything. And I go, yeah, do it. What do you want? What do you want? Half down? He's like, well, no, I know you. You know my buddy, and I know you. He goes, but you're good for it, right? I said, I'm good for it, bro. I go, when you finish that box, you call me. I'm there, and here's some money. And he finished that box, and it was a fucking beast. It was just huge and beige and blue LED. And that was like he was bragging, because back then, blue LED was rare. A lot of people don't realize that. Like red LED was the common LED. And for any other color, it was like a big deal. It was expensive. And he's like, yeah, blue LED. and everything was blue. I got the whole thing. The keyboard, the mouse, the monitor, and everything. I got the biggest monitor, the biggest CRT monitor available. It was like freaking huge. And man, the first thing I did was play Max Payne on that bad boy, and enjoyed myself, closed it, played it again. And I love this game. It's one of my favorites. I definitely play this every now and again. And along with the sequel, right, which may be in here, but we'll have to see. But along with the sequel, they're both outstanding. Part 3 is good, and I think they did a good job. I enjoyed it. I played it. But these two in New York in the winter will always be my favorite. I grew up in Philadelphia, where it's like the snow mixes with the road, and it's like gray slush, and it's just it has a magical quality to it. Even in the really the rough jungle of the city, where you've got these wrought iron pillars that hold up the elevated train, and it tick 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 tick, and the train rolls through, and it, at night when the snow falls and you can see the snowflakes backlit against the street lights, there's just a magical, I grew up in that, and it's just a magical dystopian vibe. I can't explain it, but you have to experience it, and this game truly captures it. This carries me back to my youth a lot of times, just from the atmosphere. I love it. All right, Code Veronica X. Now, I played this originally on the Dreamcast, and it was a groundbreaker on the Dreamcast. It was amazing. I love that in Japan they have an official Dreamcast Code Veronica Dreamcast console in either blue, the stars blue, or like the pink for Claire and like Leon and that kind of thing. And it's just like, not Leon, Chris Redfield. So it's just awesome. It's just awesome sauce. Code Veronica is weird and twisted, and it's totally worth it. But I love having a copy on the PlayStation. It is a great game. It is totally worthy. And when you think about it, PlayStation 1 is really where this originated. But Code Veronica was really a big deal on the Dreamcast, if you recall. Anyway, there you go. Next one. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Was totally impressed with this game. Could not believe that this was on console and how good it was and how true to the movie and how they integrated scenes from the movie into the actual gameplay. And it was so well done. EA actually did themselves proud. Hey, and they've got a color manual here. Whoa, it's black and white on the inside, though. See, something about Lord of the Rings, they said, you're not doing this like the black and white cover manual. No, you're not doing this like that. We have to show this to people. You're putting a colored cover. And the rest of it's black and white, though. So, what a wonderful game. What a wonderful experience. What a true-to-the-movie experience it would be. I bought it thinking, okay, you know, I really want to check it out because I'm a fan of the movie and the books. I've read all the books. And, wow. I was impressed. This is one of these games where it exceeded my expectations. And it's a good, fun, atmospheric experience, true to the movies and the books. All right, I found this one in the wild, Road Rage. It's kind of a good score. I mean, this is not a cheap game now, and the disc is nice. Disc is nice. It's a pretty nice copy overall. So it's a like new copy. I paid a fraction of what it's worth, and it's a good time. It's just good fun. And you're riding around and all the characters, and you do your little quests, and it's like Crazy Taxi in the Simpsons world, and nothing wrong with that. So it's fun. It's fun. It gets to be honest, after about an hour or two in, it's very samey. So it's like, okay, it's okay. Smackdown versus Raw, another greatest hits title, of course. This is the heyday of wrestling for the most part. Wrestling is has its dedicated fans, but it's nowhere near as big as it was back in this day. I mean, this is honestly not a worthless title. This is a, wrestling games, say what you want, is that they actually retain, as a sports title, if you want to consider it a sports title, they retain their value far better than most. So in this particular one, you got Ed McMahon. He's got a red eye and a blue eye, looking really evil. And it looks really good. So, again, this is one of the better wrestling games out there, guys. No, we're going to over here. Juiced. This is a recent pickup. I just recently found this. I think it was this month. I found Juiced. And this is the original one. And it looks good. I've never played one of these, so I have no idea. So if you have any notes on Juiced, throw them at me. But, I don't know if it's good, bad, indifferent. It kind of looks like a tuner car game. Over 15 trillion car customization possibilities. Yeah, it's like you build your own car, build your crew, and put it all on the line for your, racing for pinks. It's like a street racing game. It's got attitude, All right, so Sonic Heroes. This is another recent pickup. Sonic Heroes by Sega. Join the team. Team Dark. Team Chaotic. And Team Rose. And of course, Team Sonic. Sonic's PlayStation 2 debut. So this is the first Sonic title on the PS2. To be honest, after like the originals, Sonic CD was big. I like Sonic CD. I'm not that big of a Sonic guy, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. That's why it's just kind of meh, really. Okay, you are a one-man army. This is Iron Man for the PS2. I'm surprised I have never checked this out. This is another one I have never checked out. It must be good. They did come out with a sequel. It's got to have something going for it. But I should probably check out Iron Man. It's definitely been kind of like on the radar, but just far off the radar, just like on the edge. Because every time I come across it, I'm like, and then I put it down. Final Fantasy XII. Not the best cover art I've ever seen for the series. It's okay. It's a little washed out. Never played this one. It's a beautiful, complete copy. Enough said. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Again, that looks really good. An all-out pursuit, open thrills, stunning supercars. So, you know, I'm just kind of like, there's so many of them. It's like, which one do you get? Like, what is the best Need for Speed game do you feel? Do you feel it's Hot Pursuit 2? Do you feel it's Undercover? I mean, there's so many. And I own so many of them. And, you know, I remember the original one on the 3DO. I played that like a bad habit. Let's see. Jet Li Rise to Honor. I hear this is a hidden gem. It's got kind of a swagger to it. I like it. Okay, watch the fire. I got to go check on something. I'll be right back. All right, thank you for that intermission. I had to go deal with somebody. It was at my door. And I dealt with that. Oh my God, I got, let's see. Who do I have here? Let's see now. I gotta pull up my own stream. Hold on a minute. Your channel, is that, would that be like your channel, your videos? Your channel? Hey! Hey! Good Lord, that's a lot of games. Hey. Lone Wanderer! How you doing, lady? Good Lord, that's a lot of games. Thanks for popping in, baby. How you doing, lady? Well, and what you don't see... Thanks for popping in, baby. What you don't see is, there's a whole layer. There's a whole additional layer behind it. There's a whole layer behind this layer. Plus some of the collections I got going on here. How you doing? It's good to see you, Lone Wanderer. We love it. All right. Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. What happened to Virtua Fighter? Why did that become irrelevant? I have no idea. It's just like, just nobody cares. And this game actually looks like they're trying to go hardcore. But Virtua Fighter Evolution, you know, they were trying to evolve the series into like a serious, and it just never took off. Like, I keep wondering, shouldn't they have gone into like a licensed character or something to tart up Virtua Fighter? I mean, like, because again, that's a storied series. It's big on accuracy. It looks like they got some kind of a zombie guy on here. And I mean, it looks good. And I haven't played it, but it's just like, it's like I get excited about fighting games, but Virtua Fighter, I'm always like, oh. But when it was in the arcade, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. So it's like, what happened? They lost the relevancy of Virtua Fighter, and I'm like, how did that happen? NBA Street, a lot of people remember these. These were real big when I was young and cool and shit and swag. And, you know, it's just a fun take. It's just like a street basketball. And again, if I'm going to play a basketball, it's going to be something like this, a game. It's going to be something like this because, again, I came up in Philly. Street basketball is just part of the culture. Boom. Playground basketball. Pickup games. Devil May Cry 3. Devil May Cry 3. Special edition. Wow. And again, on the PS3, you can get this on the Devil May Cry HD collection. Boom. Those are freaking awesome. Need for Speed Carbon. Now, you see, this one looks like it has some swag to it. And I'll bet that was a pretty good one to play. Again, EA with the black and white manual. So classy, EA. We're going through all these games, and the only black and white manuals are EA. And you save 25 cents a copy, you bastards. And then you're forever known for black and white manuals, you piece of crap. Anyway, Star Wars, the video game. This is the, let's see, is that the, oh, no, that's the updated series, yeah. Star Wars, the video game, the kind of the new movies, which I'm like, again, after 2, it got weak because it went like PG. It went kid. It didn't, you know, it's like the original one was a little bit hardcore. And then the second one was pretty hardcore. And then the third one was Muppets. And it's, you know, and a bunch of emotional feely feels. And, oh, Luke, he's my brother. You know, it's just like, bro, you need to, that's where like things like The Mandalorian and you know, anything that goes darker or like tougher does well. It's like anything that goes more like wuss and woke is just crap. It's just crap. All right, here's the freaking Soulcalibur with freaking Heihachi, who I can't stand. And they put him right on the cover. I mean, he's not a bad character. It's not like I don't like Heihachi. But, dude, they got Spawn. And that's the tragic irony, is when I had a PS2 and I bought Soulcalibur 2, I got stuck with a Heihachi when I wanted Spawn. And then when I had a 360 and not a PS3, and this Soulcalibur 3 came out, I got stuck with Yoda instead of Darth Vader. And I didn't want to play Yoda. I don't care about Yoda. I am not a fan of Yoda. I am not a Yoda guy. I mean, again, I'm not saying he's like Satan, but he's crap. And I don't care about Yoda. And it was ridiculous. And when they came out with him in the movies, I was like, this is the Jedi Master? And they're going for like some kind of like small in stature, large in power irony thing. And I'm like, and even the puppet wasn't very good. It's like, oh, bro. I'm like, this stupid puppet. Anyway, Dare to Return to Hogwarts. This is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. It's the EA. And it's very nice. See, again, it was a license where they said, you're not putting on a black, but of course it's black and white inside. So they actually tarted them up on they gave them a coat of paint on the outside when it was an important license to them. Nice. Sega or Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Now this is good because you've got all the classics. You got the original game, 2, 3, Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, 3D Blast, which is actually kind of cool looking game, Sonic and Knuckles, and Sonic Spinball, which I think is cool. You know, I think some of these get... This is about every cool Sonic game ever. Anything made after that. Sonic R, maybe for the Sega Saturn, had that crazy soundtrack where it's like... how's that soundtrack go? Something, something, something. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-bum, bum, 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 bum. It's just like... And the woman who sings it has a great voice. It's super powerful. It's like gospel. And I love it. I love that. I mean, just that alone makes it worth it. Here comes the sunshine. You know? Oh, now here is one of my favorite console games of all time. Some of these games like Max Payne were like PC ports and stuff like that, but this was a console game, and it was a great one, and I played it on the PS2, and this was one of my favorite games of the time, and that's Red Faction. You gotta admit, the Geomod technology at the time, it was just great. It was, and kids weren't even caring about the campaign. They were just like, look, I can blow a hole. Look, I can blow another hole. Look, I can make a path, you know, and that's... We all did that. We all did that. I mean, those were some great memories with that technology. And if you actually play the game, it's actually kind of cool. It's like this resistance, this workers' resistance against the, you know, the fascist corporate overlords, and you flip control, and then you know, again, the sequel, the heroes that liberated become the fascists, and, you know, it's just like the slave makes a terrible master, and, you know, all that. So Red Faction, what a great game. What a great series. They're all good. They're all good. I've played them all. I've played every single Red Faction game, and they're all good. So I'm a Red Faction fan, and I especially like this one, and I have occasionally in the past gone back and just played through it because it's damn good. It's damn good. This game works, man. This game works on every level. And you know what you're getting when you go into Red Faction. You know what you're getting, but it's great. And there's like those corporate levels and you're gunfighting and stuff like that. It's just great. It's just great. You can do some wacky, you know, like blow guys up and blow them out the window and blow the floor out from under them and all kinds of cool shit. So this is a young guy's dream come true of a video game back in the day. Red Faction was hugely popular. It was an amazing game. I loved it. My friends loved it. Enough said. Let's see, where are we at? God of War? God of War 2. God of War 2. We've had so much God of War on this channel. But it's got special features disc. Remember those special features discs? Remember that? Ain't that nice? The End Begins, God of War 2. So, another classic game. Another classic God of War game. Can't go wrong. Now, here's a good one. Sly Cooper and the Thieves Raccoonus. And again, this one kind of kicked it off. And there, for some reason, there's this really underground, really cute manual, cute art style, full color manual, EA, you bastards. And Sony first party title. And what's really cool is, like, I got the collector's edition of Infamous 1. I think I got the collector's edition for Infamous 1, and I got the little statue and a backpack, and the backpack actually has the Raccoonus, Thieves Raccoonus, or Sly Raccoon logo on the bag, which I thought was really cool. And it's a nice bag, too. I ought to bring it out one of these days. I got to have a video somewhere where I've actually showcased it. But, yeah, you got the moon on there. I mean, it's got kind of a cool vibe to it. And I think there's like a rabid fan base that loves these Sly games. And it's niche. It is niche. It is like a cult. And here's One Cunning Devious Thieves Raccoonus. So, you know, you've got a stealth thief mechanic. but it's a character game. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, I gotta admit. All right. Lone Wanderer just pops in and goes, holy shit, that's a lot of games, and then leaves. Over the Hedge, based on the movie. Have no clue. But it's a beautiful copy. It's totally complete. Looks like new. The Sims. Just the regular old Sims. Some guy in his underpants. I understand the appeal. Like psychologically... Like logically, I understand why this game is like, it's like Second Life. Whenever I think of Sims, I think of Second Life. This is like the mainstream console, and it's big on PC, I understand. But it's like Second Life, but a little bit more polished, I guess. And I'm like, I just don't get living vicariously through fake folk. And I know you can put these... It's like a God simulator in a way, because you can put these people in ridiculous situations and kill people, and there's weird, kooky characters and things that go on, and you can introduce weird shit. And, you know, I get it. Like, I get it, but I've never been one for this kind of thing. I've never been one, but this is a beautiful copy of this game. And I would actually... This is one... The Sims is one of those things... where I have to have somebody turn me on to it. Like, I have to have a friend or a girlfriend who plays it, and they kind of get me to try it. I'll never... There's so many other games that I'd want to try out on a whim. I'll never look at this. If there's any Sims fans out there, tell me why you like this game. Tell me why I should even try it or play it. Whatever variation. I saw at Goodwill, there's like this complete PC collection of all the Sim games. And Maxis no longer exists. So I was thinking, oh, maybe I want to collect those. Maybe I want to get them all for like $2 a piece or something like that. And I'm like, I couldn't care less about that series. Why am I going to collect for it? You know, like that Game Collector gave me advice. Like, why are you throwing money at that when your interests are over here? I mean, it's not bad advice. I just like hunting GameCube games, even if it's Mary, Kate, and Ashley. Yeah. All right, Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal. Again, one of the big... Oh, this is not complete either. I got to write that down. One of the things I did... but anyway, this is a very good game. This is a very popular sequel to this game. But Insomniac Games, it is wonderful. Yeah, I think this is the second one. But it's a very good... That was a very popular release. So it was anticipated because the first game was popular. That game did very well, if not better. So, here's one of the most... I was going to say is I went through my PS3 and I opened every case of 400 games and notated in my phone. I made a note and notated in my phone every one that needs art or book or case or whatever. So doing this, although it's a little time consuming and a little tedious, allows me to do a complete house cleaning and a notation of what I need and what I don't need. And I even found some stuff like discs in wrong cases and 2 discs in one case. I found the Infamous collection. I actually did have the first disc. It was in the original Infamous game on top of the regular Infamous title. So what I did, what I must have done is I found the disc and then I just stuck it in Infamous because I couldn't find the other case. And I'm just like, well, I'll just come across it at some point. Years later. Anyway, one of the most popular games of all time, Gran Turismo 3. This is one of the most popular best-selling games ever for the PlayStation. So there it is. Hugely popular series. This is and it's very good. There's millions of copies out there, but it's a very good game. It's a very competent game. Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War. This one actually tickles my curiosity a little bit. And my cockles. But the Unsung War appeals to me. Like, what is the Unsung War? When your life can be taken in a split second, your commands must be taken even faster. That's why that the United States Air Force is the only Air Force that uses amphetamines with their pilots. Oh, Dark Secret revealed. You're dead, Toro. Okay. Anyway, Ace Combat 5, the Unsung War. To improve reaction time. There you go. Looks great, and I'm curious about it. Ace Combat 5. Wow. The 5th iteration of this series. And you got to remember, for some reason, jet combat games were way more popular. I mean, yes, did they come out with an Ace Combat this generation? But they used to come out with constant, like, jet combat games. There are so many jet combat games on the PS in this collection right here. And it's crazy. And it's just like, wow, what, you know, there was a different taste of what people wanted. And it was mostly young guys wanted to play. And Fighters was one of them. Yeah. Okay. Jet Fighters. Okay. The Godfather The Game. The Godfather The Game. So funny. This is an okay copy. I'd call it a B copy. It's pretty good. And this is a good game to play, especially if you're a fan of the movies, of which I am, very much so. Welcome to the family. And it's a very serious game. It's a little bit dark in tone, but it is a wonderful, wonderful way. This is a really cool collector's edition of this. And I have played a little bit of it. I haven't played it completely through, but I have played a little bit of it. It is worthy. It's just one of those ones where you have to get into that atmosphere of. And the one I played it, I was not into the brooding atmosphere of the game for whatever reason, and I was just in another place. So I got to a certain point, and then I just like went on to something else. But you know, we'll have to pull that down and do a let's play of that. Kingdom Hearts, the original Kingdom Hearts in the greatest hits case. So this was a game changer. This was a genre maker. Again, it's a genre mashup. PlayStation and Disney, which you know you're going to make money on that. I'm sorry, you're going to make money on that. So again, that's another series where I'm not one of those like Disney living in Disney Celebration and having the annual pass. And you know, I think it was my daughter's 11th birthday. I brought her there and we had lunch in the castle. And we got the skip passes. I went the whole 9, and we went on so many rides. And I went and talked to a concierge, and they planned the whole day for us and called ahead and got us elite service. And it was just it was hot as balls though, hot as balls. It was in July. I went to Disney World. Because that's when my daughter's birthday is. I went to Disney. You got to. This is one of those things where you got to get some dad points. I got major dad points because I paid for her friend full ride, and her and me to go to Disney in the middle of July, toward the end of July. So it was the hottest part of the year, July to August, the hottest part of the year. And we sweat. We got an ice cream, and it literally just melted in their hands the moment they got it out of the wrapper. It was just it just turned to liquid, and they just were covered in it. Oh my God! So yeah, 11-year-old birthday, Disney in the Enchanted Castle having lunch, and we got to ride so much because we got elite service, and and I was just it's her birthday, and it's this, and. Did you know I was an astronaut and whatever. And I just got this beautiful female concierge who was just a wonderful energy. And she just hooked it up. I mean, hooked it up. Hooked it up. So anyway, here we go. Ghost Recon Jungle Storm. That sounds like a euphemism for dengue fever or jungle diarrhea. But anyway, Ghost Recon Jungle Storm is probably quite good. The graphics, the graphics are so good with Ghost Recon games and these ilk.
that when you go back to this generation and you're looking at how freaking chunky, like back in the day, you were like, oh, this is cool as shit. But when you put these games don't age well. These military shooters, especially from this generation back, like the PS3 360, they could still pull it off, but these guys really look chunky. There's some really cool Vietnam games on the PS2. And they're great stories, and they got cool menus and stuff like that. But it's like you get into the game, and there's like, this is a shrubbery. Here is another shrubbery. Here is a tree. Here's something that looks like a truck. You know, it's just... They don't age well. They don't age well. Okay, here's a game that does age well. Is Jak 2. Jak 2, the Jak and Daxter series. Again, it's got a big cult following for those Sony fanboys. Never got into them. Never got into them. The other one, was it Ratchet Clank? I never got into that shit either, you know. But anyway, Jak has kind of got a little bit more attitude. I think I would probably fall in his camp than Ratchet and Clank. But again, these are games that if I actually probably sat down and tried them, I would love it. But again, it's getting me to try new things. I'm one of those guys that goes into a restaurant, and if I find something that I enjoyed at that restaurant, that's what I order every time I go. I order the same thing. That's me. I'm one of those. Spy Hunter. Actually, this is definitely a hidden gem on the system. It's actually quite cool. It's actually quite cool, Spy Hunter. And I love that game back in the day. The top down? Oh, yeah. I was a Spy Hunter master. I was good, too. I knew the road. Like, I knew the levels. I knew the road. I played it a lot. So this is a very cool game. It's a hidden gem. Don't miss Spy Hunter. And there's a sequel to this that's good, too. Let's see. Cabela's Dangerous Hunts that is sealed. So we got a sealed PS2 Greatest Hits game. Cabela's Dangerous Hunt with his giant grizzly bear. And this is back when these were a little bit chunky. Again, the graphics, you know, this is a husky. You know, it's a little bit chunky. But, you know, again, somebody has to recommend a hunting game to me. Like, what's the best hunting game to play of any generation? What's the best one? What's a really good one? Because I think, you know, if I found one with a cool, like, chill vibe, where you just walk around and hunt and, you know, stalk and put up a blind and that kind of stuff, you know. This one is also sealed. These are the two sealed games. This is Hot Shots Golf 4. This is a recent pickup for me. It is like new. It's like it just came off the production line. Hot Shots Golf. I like games like this. Like, this is a game I'll pick up and try. Because I like golf and I like just having fun with the physics and trying out what it can do and see what the swing mechanic is like. And, you know, I'll just fart around with it for like an hour or two, you know? Now, here's Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. And this one does actually command a little bit of money. And it's a beautiful copy. It's absolutely flawless. Need for Speed 2 Underground. Like, I think that one would probably be a good one, if I had to guess. But there are so many. I haven't played them. I mean, what is the best Need for Speed game that I should be playing? And it's a beautiful copy. There you go. Metal Gear Solid Sons of Liberty. Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. There you go. The classic, man. The classic. We all love it. These games were the edge back in the day. They were the edge. We were all talking about them. A lot of schoolyard conversations about these games. They were a little bit mature for the youngins, but man, those youngins were playing it, weren't they? And I was one of them. Oh, yeah. Whoop. That is a classic right there. Medal of Honor European Assault, another great game. You drop it in parachutes. These are all pretty good back in the day. Mm-hmm. I really want to play the Gearbox ones, the like Road to Hill 30 and that stuff. I've never played those, and I heard they're good. Like, people rave about them. I think it's the story that's really good. That's really people gravitate to. Okay, Rockstar Midnight Club Street Racing. Yeah, see, that one's got some swagger to it. I like it. Midnight Club Street Racing. That whole series, awesome sauce. And on Game Pass right now, the latest iteration. I think it's LA or Los Angeles. Yeah. So, okay, Jack 3, again. Popular series. Never got into it. Never played one of them. Never played Jak and Daxter. Never played Ratchet and Clank. Nope. Again, like, platformers get to be very samey to me. It's like they have the same mechanics, so they're just putting a different type of character in there. So a lot of times I'm just like, well, this is just like, you know, Super Mario Galaxy with the different look to it. Or, you know, it's just like, it's very samey gameplay platformers are. So it has to do something really extraordinary for me. Or it's just you're going around, you know, now you're going up a tower. You know, it's just like, I'm like, oh, okay. You know, it's like the same thing, just with a different coat of paint. So you have to be unique to really capture. Uh-oh, I found a duplicate. Star Wars the video game. Yep, I found a duplicate. So that is going to go into duplicate hell. Yeah, there it is. We've got a duplicate. Yep, there it is, duplicate. This copy is much cleaner. The first one, we're going to put that into duplicate hell, baby. And now they're even. Wow. And then Killzone. Love this game. This game shocked me and surprised me. I really enjoyed Killzone. I thought it's a cool story. The Hellgas. This is not even complete. The Hellgas. I like the Hellgas. I think they're good villains. And so it's like, I was so thrilled to be able to play... man, what's the Killzone Shadowfall? Is that it? Killzone Shadowfall? I was so pleased to play that game and enjoy it, and I loved it. I thought it was great. I love the Hellgath. I think they're a great fascist enemy. They're just like Nazis. They're space Nazis. They're great. I love them. So we were seeing red for a really long video. There was just a lot of titles there. So you got to see all my greatest kits. I got to prune out or cull the herd of one game that was a duplicate Lego Star Wars, the video game. That goes to... Now, here's one thing I'm going to let you guys know. It's a little bit of a free preview. Once I go through these and I do the administration of finding out, you know, what manuals I need, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera... In fact, I ought to just put them all together so I know that they're, you know, like I ought to just stack them together, like everything that I need manuals for. So I wouldn't have to notate every single game. I would just know that those were all without manuals. And that's pretty much what I really need. I only have one game that really needs artwork. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my duplicates and I'm going to, instead of selling them individually, because there's a lot now, it's like quite a bit, I'm actually going to do mystery boxes and post them on eBay. And if there's a system, I'm going to list the systems. I'm going to come online and let you guys know what systems there. I'm going to do a mystery box, but system specific. I'm not going to mix them up. So it's going to be a Wii mystery box or a PS3 mystery box or a PS2 mystery box or an Xbox 360 mystery box. And it's going to have whatever titles I have, whether it be, you know, 10 or 20 or 30. There's one that's like going to be a 30 title box or a 25 title box. And, you know, other ones will be like 10 or something like that. I'm either going to list them on eBay or I might put them out to the Fade Keen or the subscribers. And if you want to send me an email, I will consider sending you a mystery box. It's fancyactionnow@gmail.com. 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 So this is the end of the video. This is Seeing Red, all the beautiful red greatest hits games. I gotta have a lot of them. And it was a grueling video, but it was absolutely wonderful to do. I love doing it. And I've got a few more collections for you that I'm going to highlight in a separate video, so I don't like take up like and make this a freaking hour. But God bless America. God save the Republic. Good health and wealth for you in the new year, everyone, and everybody that supports this channel. Thank you so very much. This is El Viejo Toro, Seeing Red, just for you.